Good morning. Welcome to day 4 of my bulk. I'm up about a pound, 186 and some change. I'll post that up right here. Other than that, it's just the 4th day of my bulk, so there's nothing much to talk about. Just started. Other than that, I'm just going to introduce you to a little bit of what I do in terms of exercises, my philosophy, my basic exercise setup, and go from there. All right, so let's dive right into exactly what I do in terms of exercise. I'm going to throw up a little graphic here, as you can see on Mondays. Day 1. Really, it's day 1, day 3, day 5. So it can be Monday, Wednesday, Friday if it's convenient for you. For me, right now, based on my work schedule, it's Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Again, it's kind of a day break in between, and then a weekend break, or whatever you want to call that break between Thursday and Sunday. Usually it would be between Friday and Monday. So Friday is my last workout of the week, Saturday and Sunday off, and I come back on Monday. That's how I set it up. As you notice, it is compound movement only. It is not your typical 5-day split where I'm breaking each region of your body into different exercises. So the chest isn't broken down into 5 different exercises. There's just the bench press. My legs are not broken down into 6, 7, 8 different exercises. There's squatting and deadlift. Now, I used to do that, and at one time I tried bulking like that. And did I gain strength? I did gain strength, for sure. But one of the problems is that working out 5 days a week, breaking down your body parts into 5 separate days, is actually very tedious. It takes a lot of time to being in the gym. And to be honest with you, I didn't really see the results that I wanted, that I really, really wanted. I thought, there's definitely a way you can maximize muscle mass a little bit better than this. So obviously, as I've gone along, I've learned a lot more. I've found different pieces of information to fit the puzzle, and compound movements really were the thing that made the biggest difference. More is not always better. And in this case, I know that many people, including myself, have overdone it with the exercising on a bulk. You think that if you just exercise a lot, that because you can eat more, that you're going to recover a little bit easier. The fact is, you actually want more rest than you normally do, but you want to exercise in a way that stimulates muscle growth. And compound movements are the way to go, especially the squat, the deadlift for sure, and anything that's going to involve a lot of different muscle groups. Now, if you're asking about reps, each one of these exercises, except for the deadlift, is 3 sets across of 5 reps each. With the deadlift, it's doing more than 2 sets across can really beat you up. And for me personally, I tend to respond really poorly to overworking my deadlifts. I actually get really weak. I actually get a little bit sick. So I tend to get in that range where I'm stretching myself a little too thin and I start overtraining. So even with the deadlifts, I only do that once about every 2 weeks. Sometimes I can do it once every week, but I have to monitor it closely. So as of right now, I'm doing it once a week, once a week, and I can actually take that out, and if I need to, I can put in something like power cleans as a substitute exercise. Now, my basic expectations is to be putting at least 5 pounds increase every week on all these exercises. Is that realistic for 3 months? Well, it all depends. Really, I know from doing this before that I can skyrocket my gains pretty quickly. However, realistically also, you just don't know how things are going to go. You don't know if your nutrition is going to be spot on, if your rest is going to be spot on, if your focus is going to be spot on when you're at the gym. And I know for myself, it's very hard because I work for about 50 hours a week, and I'm also doing this video blog series, and time is very tight. So the pressure is always on. So for me to be spot on with everything is very difficult. So in reality, I can set this up however I want, but following through on every aspect of my diet and exercise, that's where that's where things can go wrong, and that's where I'm going to share with everyone and let you know exactly where I'm at and what I'm struggling with, but how I get through it. And if you're a beginner to lifting weights and bulking, one of the best things you can do is take 2 or 3 months, or even less, it really depends, and learn how to do the compound lifts safely and effectively and progressively. So always to learn how to push yourself doing a deadlift, because you may learn proper form, but if you can't learn to add weight and then continually keep safe form, then it really doesn't matter. There are a couple different ways you could do that. You can go online. You can hire a personal trainer. You can hire me if you live in the Chicago-based area. You can read a book called Starting Strength, which is a great introduction to those exercises. You can even just do you can Google it right now, Starting Strength, Mark Ripito. A lot of great information. There's other people out there on the internet who will teach you. Again, make sure it's safe, do your research. But it could be one of the most beneficial things because doing compound movements, working your body as a system as opposed to breaking it down individually, just really forces your body to grow much better, much more efficiently than any other way that is out there. So that's my basic exercise setup. I'm going to go more into it as I go along, but that's really all you need to know for now without going for hours and hours and hours about all the different things. But there are specific reasons why I do things, specific things that I have found to work for me personally, and this is the basic setup of how I go about getting a lot stronger on a bulk.